What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Ian K, where today I'm over at Carl's Jr. at the break of dawn to finish out my quadrilogy of reviews on their all-new Primal Hunger menu. That's right, and you already know, so stay tuned because the Primal Biscuit with Prime Rib is up next.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
I don't know, I think I might have saved the best for last with this one, guys, because the aroma in my car right now is heavenly. On top of this, is looking pretty awesome. And speaking of which, take a look at it. It's the Primal Biscuit with Prime Rib. And I gotta say, guys, a very lovely situation of meaty goodness, along with some eggy goodness to go with that biscuit. Let's break this one on down real quick. So here we go with some flavor lit by fire early in the AM, and I gotta say this Primal Biscuit with Prime Rib is looking pretty banging, guys. That biscuit is looking really nice. Let's pop it and take a look underneath, and you're gonna see there's no shortage of that amber barbecue sauce. Basically the Carolina barbecue sauce, adding a little bit of tang, a little bit of zip to this one. It's definitely looking pretty awesome. And as we pan down, a whole fried egg and plenty more of that amber barbecue sauce to go with as well, guys. I'm really liking that. Underneath it is one of the main stars of this show, of course, the sliced prime rib action, a fairly decent amount, along with a slice of smoked cheddar cheese to go with, guys. And I have to say, overall, I think that's going to be the wild card with everything on this one. But guys, a decent amount of that prime rib. I'm really digging the presentation so far, and I gotta say, I am very excited to get into this one here. Plenty of goodness all around. All right, so let's not waste any more time on this one. Let's get into it. This is the all-new Primal Biscuit with Prime Rib, celebrating the release of Jurassic World Dominion here at Carl's Jr. Let's peep out this flavor. Well, as most of you know, I'm not really a breakfast person, so to get up in the morning is going to take just a little bit, guys. But if it's going to look as good as this, whatever I'm going to be reviewing, let's just say I am very excited to give this a go. Outside of wanting to check out the new Jurassic World Dominion film, let's give this a go finally. It's the Primal Biscuit with Prime Rib here at Carl's Jr. Let's peep this out. Right away going into that. Right off the break, going into that first bite, guys, the butteriness of the biscuit and the tang of that amber barbecue sauce was beautiful right then and there. Let me just show you this real quick here. I got a little bit of the prime rib. It's fairly tender as well, and a little bit of the egg. But guys, so far, I am totally digging the flavor profile with this one. This absolutely screams breakfast in the morning. And again, that amber barbecue sauce is banging. Let's keep going in, guys. Very tasty on this. Wow, add in the smokiness of that cheddar cheese, which comes through very strong with this one, and you've got a pretty awesome flavor profile for breakfast, guys. This pretty much smokes the Primal Burrito, and I gotta say, this is really, really awesome. Definitely an awesome flavor combination with that sliced prime rib on the bottom, and of course with the fried egg, that smoky cheddar cheese. That is definitely a banging situation on top of that amber barbecue sauce. Really delicious stuff on this. Yeah, there's a particular reason why I saved this one for the very end, guys. I had a feeling this was going to come up pretty strong, and it definitely does. Now, don't get me wrong, the rest of the menu is pretty awesome over here, including the Primal Angus Thick Burger. A very lovely situation with that one. Followed up with the Primal Burrito with Prime Rib, along with that Beyond Raptor Burger. Guys, definitely some beautiful stuff there popping up on your screen here right now. But I gotta say, this right now, guys, the biscuit action, the wild card with that amber barbecue sauce and the smokiness of that cheddar goes amazing with the fried egg on this. This is truly delicious stuff. Let's go for another couple of bites on this, guys. Definitely a banging situation. You know, I'm not really minding the fact that the biscuit's a little bit more on the crumblier side than I've had it over here at Carl's Jr. because everything is being held together primarily with the cheese, and I think that's one of the main reasons that it's there. I guess the glue to kind of help everything in there. Along with the fried egg, guys, this is really kind of holding its own, and as I'm squeezing into it, it's still kind of holding its own here, which is kind of nice. But guys, very, very flavorful across the board with this, and again, the wild card of that amber barbecue sauce, the light tang and zip that I'm getting from it, a little bit of the mesquite flavor. It's got a really nice light sweeter flavor to it as well, and it goes so amazing with the sliced prime rib and of course the fried egg. Just everything about this is super flavorful, especially for a breakfast biscuit. This is pretty banging. All right, so let's go for one more bite of this one before we close the review out with the rating coming up next. But guys, putting the capper on the quadrilogy of the reviews that I've done over here at Carl's Jr. with this is a beautiful situation all around. Truly delicious for breakfast, and even if you're not a morning person like I am right now, this is easily worth your time to get up and give a go because it really is awesome with that amber barbecue sauce and the buttery biscuit along with everything else in this, guys. Really delicious stuff. One more bite and we'll close it out. Hang on. Yes, sir. Buttery buttermilk action mixed in with some smoky cheddar cheese, and of course that fried egg is already breakfast right then and there. But once you add in that prime rib action and the Amber barbecue sauce, you've got a beautiful situation. The smoky cheddar cheese is definitely a standout with this, on top of the overall Amber barbecue sauce in general. But guys, very hearty on this one, and I gotta say, delicious stuff. Really, really worth checking out. Absolutely yummy. Yes, sir. Pretty tasty on that one, guys. And I gotta say, just a little reminiscent from the previous version that I reviewed a couple of years ago, which was the prime rib and fried egg biscuit. That was pretty much the exact same thing, minus the smoky cheddar cheese and, of course, the Amber barbecue sauce. But guys, a very lovely situation because of what that adds to the overall profile of everything that this one has got. The Amber barbecue sauce and that fried egg goes amazing together, naturally with the smoky cheddar cheese doing that as well. Everything about it just screams deliciousness, guys. It really works pretty well on top of that buttery buttermilk biscuit. It's definitely pretty nice. So with that said, I'm going to have to give the Primal Biscuit with prime rib, celebrating the release of Jurassic World Dominion here at Carl's Jr., a pretty awesome 9 out of 10. Guys, very delicious across the board with that. If there's one thing that kind of hurts it, as usually is the case with some of these promos, is the price point. At just over $6, it's a little on the pricey side, but what you're going to get is still a very flavorful breakfast sandwich. And like I said, the combination of all of those ingredients works so primo, along with the smokiness of that cheddar cheese, which is nice and vibrant, nice and strong, to go with the Amber barbecue sauce. The combination works extremely well. Easily worth your time, and like I said, if you're not a breakfast person, it's worth getting up to try at least once. Pretty tasty. Alright, question time, and I've got just one for you, outside of the usual if you're going to be giving this one a shot naturally. Do me a quick favor, let me know out of the 4 reviews that I've done over here at Carl's Jr., which is your personal favorite and why? Drop those comments down below, and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So I stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Yes, sir. Don't sleep on breakfast with this one, guys. It's totally worth your time to get up early and give this one a shot. Truly, truly delicious stuff. All right, everyone. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.